We're back again with another video, episode 15 of the New Player Guide to Retail World of Warcraft. For those jumping into the series part way, we are leveling a character. We have leveled a character in Retail World of Warcraft, starting on a brand new, fresh account. No warband, no gold, absolutely nothing. Leveled through the Dragonflight campaign and some time walking dungeons, and then leveled through the War Within campaign, just to give a good idea of like what a completely fresh character would look like on a fresh account for somebody just starting out. And we did this video series kind of modeling after Zizaran's long form Let's Play videos for Path of Exile. Just wanted to really go ahead and explain everything as I played through the game that I play all the time. So our goal with this video series is to get 3K Mythic Plus rating and the ahead of the curve achievement before the start of Season 3. However, Season 3 starts in just a couple days. So we'll see what happens here. So far, our progress, we've done a full clear of LFR, which has been not too bad. We've gotten our 4 set. Our item level is about 647. And we've done most of the dungeons in the 2 to 3 difficulty range, and our IO score is about 970. So in order to get 3K, we need to do them up at the plus 12 difficulty, and the difficulty ramps up pretty significantly. So what we're going to shoot for today are some plus 4 to 6 keys. But it is morning, so I don't know how many we'll actually be seeing here. Plus 4 beat timer with 2 DKs. Just starting the day off by reporting some advertisements. Plus 3 mother load. I'd rather not do a plus 3 mother load because I already have it done. Plus 4 mother load. Oh, that's funny. Should just combine forces. Maybe I'll work with him. So let's try 3 to 4. And then for our filters, we really want to prioritize Theater of Pain and Brewery. Wow, everything this morning is mother load keys in this range. So let's sign up for this guy and we'll see if we can entice some folks into joining. If we do beat the timer, I can just re-roll my key here into something a little bit more enticing or something that'll give us more Mythic Plus score. He invited a shaman. Let me in. So while we're waiting for some keys, we can pick up where we left off on a couple different topics. One of the things we can definitely do is get another piece of gear crafted. I think we'll probably craft some boots. And maybe some bracers. It's all kind of the same eye level there. Let's look at the dungeon journal. God, they're all mother loads. Holy. He filled up. All right, we'll try this one. He said no way. All right. So the other thing that we can do is, because we will get some more score, is we can just search for a high 4 or 4 across the board. Nothing. All right. I'm just going to list the group, and we'll do some other stuff while we wait. We're a little low on gold, so if we want to craft gear, we're going to need to get some gold. So maybe we'll get that sorted out. But trying to decide what gear to craft to just get the biggest bang for my buck. So one of the things that you can do is just take a look at, because we're primarily going to be doing Mythic Plus dungeons to get hero gear, what do they have in the dungeons that would work for us? So our stats are haste versatility. Cinderbrew Meadery, we need a necklace, right? Cinderbrew Meadery has high haste, low mastery, so that's not bad. That's a pretty good solution for us. Crit Burst and Dark Flame. And you don't have to match this. Like stats still do add value. Item level is typically king. But min-max where you can, craft around what you can't. So we also need a ring. So it looks like our best necklace would be from Cinder Brew. Ton of rings. Looking for haste rings. Okay, so Wick's Golden Loop. This will probably be our our ring that we chase after at a Dark Flame. And then the other thing that I'm looking for is I'm looking for wrists and boots because I was thinking about crafting those. So Haste Mastery out of Cinder Brew. So Cinder Brew is a pretty good dungeon for us. It is Haste Mastery, but you know we'll take what we can get. We can recraft later. We just want to get hero gear. There's a good chest out of Priory. Haste first. So Priory is pretty good for us. Cinder Brew is pretty good for us. Not much in the Rookery. Haste Mastery again. The bracers are looking like a pretty good thing to craft. So are boots, honestly. We at least have a high haste ring that we can go after in Cinder Brew. Wrist. Yeah. So haste versus boots out of Motherlode. So honestly, it's kind of up in the air. We can get, regardless of what group we run with, more people are likely to trade a necklace because everybody can loot the necklace. Okay, we definitely bring this guy, 677 with his friend. This guy, I'm a little cautious about. He is currently Oracle Priest, Oracle Holy Priest. Oh yeah, he's been healing. This will be no sweat. I just right-clicked his name, copied his Raider IO profile. I just wanted to make sure that he's been healing a little bit. So he's 2-chested, some +3s, a +3 Motherlode, +2. He's kind of doing the same thing we're doing right now. But this would be a good start. Steamed Hams, Prop Paladin. Doesn't have any score, but he is 648 item level. He has 4-piece. This is like his first dungeon. He's got a lot of crafted gear from last season, so likely an alt that he's kind of booting up. And his alt, I just again checked Raider IO, just wanted to make sure, just because at this point we do need to take some risks. Want to pick up this healer. All right. Wow, that group formed way faster than I was expecting. So when we come back here, we'll try and craft some boots and some bracers because people will be able to trade us necklaces since it's not bound by an armor type. And then we'll get a spark and we'll craft a necklace anyways. A lot of what's going to happen for us today, I think, is just going to be grinding dungeons so that we can craft gear at a higher level. And then we want to catalyze our hero gear. Into our tier slots. Check our dungeon difficulty. I got high hopes for this group. I'm feeling good about this. What we really, really want here. That's why we weren't getting anything. Little wigs. Just turn them all on, huh? We don't have a lust, which is a bit of a bummer. So I might try and wanted to try and pick up some drums, but so I do need to repair. Do we risk it? The guy's right outside. The repair guy. We'll go repair. Benny, what's up, dude? You found my secret YouTube channel. Holy.
Got anything for me?
Or my secret Twitch, I guess.
Many lucky do's you like. Good fortune to our friend.
I figured somebody might have been. This guy wants to summon. I've been trying the 0 to Hero challenge, putting it up on YouTube. It's been kind of fun. Yeah, I wanted to try it and see if I had the wherewithal to continue. And I rolled the second account from the start, and as soon as I hit like level 80, Blizzard was like, okay, the patch comes out on August 5th, and my goal was 3k IO and ahead of the curve all through pugs. And I rolled a random choice wheel, and it landed on Rogue, and I was like, oh man, dude, like I can't even like heal, I can't tank, I can't do any, like these +2 keys are miserable because oh, they want to summon because I can't do any of the off spec stuff, so like this part is taking forever. Also, I'm poor. Like by the time I finished and was like about to craft my hero like weapon, I had 6k, or I had 23k in gold just from like, I didn't spend anything leveling up and like doing world quest. I did a world boss world quest for 1,000 gold, and I was like, this is precious to me. Oh. But I don't know. I'm enjoying it. I'm definitely going to try it again at the start of a season instead of at the end of a season. So this week, because there's nothing really too much to do, I'll probably spin the wheel again, and I'm just going to pull Rogue from it and hope that I don't. I mean, if I land on like Mage, that's totally fine.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I was trying to do it pug only, but I'm super down for you to join the next run if you want to, because there ain't no way I'm gonna be completing this challenge. But I still think it's cool. Like, I literally did like Zizarin, like, oh, sounds a bit low. Okay, that's good to know. I'll try and turn it up a little bit. Both my voice and the... Oh, interesting. I never do this skip. Oh, thank God, it works. Oh, okay. What the heck? What are we doing? This guy's got the mount out. Let's go. Yeah, I felt really silly too. I was like, God, dude. Whenever nobody's watching, I can do this skip no problem.
I have many, many.
There we go. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I felt silly. I was like explaining all the different dungeons as I was going through them, and it just like I was like, this season's gonna be over. All these dungeons are gonna be gone in like 3 days. Except for Operation Floodgate, I guess. Yeah. Oh, this is a pull choice.
My power is transcendent.
All right.
Share.
Oh, we have affixes. This is something I haven't explained to my viewers. So at certain keystone levels, you'll gain affixes that will spice up the dungeon a little bit. So we have the ascendant aspect. Oh my God. Affix. We have the ascendant affix active this week, and it is every so often in combat it will spawn those little orbs that need to be CC'd. Oh yeah, and Priory is staying too. Dude, it was so funny in this video series earlier. I was trying, because they announced when the patch was, I was trying to get a +2 done, but I was recording the day of the reset and I failed both of my +2s. One we were gonna finish, but we ran out of time because the tank was pulling like one pack at a time, and then the other one we just couldn't do it. We just died. It was a real tragedy.
My power is transcendent. Share in it.
Uh-oh. I think this sub-rogue is kicking my butt.
A gift of power.
This is not a great group for this affix. That's okay. We are plugging along.
A gift of power.
Wait, who's the carry? Oh, okay. That's why this rogue's kicking my ass. The rogue is 677. I thought the demon hunter was the carrier. The other funny thing about this was I like started with my add-ons relatively fresh, like just trying to keep it minimal, and the game is so much quieter without all these different things yelling at me and screaming at me.
Share in it.
Trespass in my domain! Unleash your power!
Oh boy.
A gift of
Shatter! Arise! Unleash your power! The ground will consume you! Arise! Unleash your power!
What item level is your DK, Finny? Is it around 650 or less? $645, that's perfect.
power.
I should. I mean, this group is doing pretty decent, so what I'm really hoping that I get is like a 6 key. So hopefully we can rip that and just farm some gear. Yeah, I saw some pop-ups for bigwigs. What does it do? Oh, shoot. Ooh, there's a portal tab? That's sick. And then for folks watching the YouTube video later, if you complete dungeons on the +10 level, you'll unlock a teleport to the dungeon, which is great actually this season because a couple of the dungeons are gonna repeat. Way to go, Bigwigs. I didn't think that they were actually actively doing anything with that add-on anymore.
My power is transcendent. Share in it.
Oh, the tank won't let the sub-rogue re-stealth. He's probably getting mad. Oh.
A gift of power.
Holy heck. The rogue popped off and it wasn't me. I kind of popped off too, but... Ah, here we go.
If you want a job done right, use Bega Explosive!
Oh, this will be tight.
Safety first!
We're so doomed.
My
We're so
power
doomed.
is
That was so bad.
I love the smell of propellant in the morning. I love the smell of propellant in the morning.
I said it was going good. Steamed hams, you tried. Tried so hard. I think we just need to wipe it up. Cool. Alright, we're gonna wipe it up.
Uh-oh.
I think the run back sucks. Oh no, it's fine. It's the minecart. Hit him with an LG.
Nelly deal. If you want a job done right, use Bega Explosive!
I feel like this tank has been hurt here before.
My power is transcendent. Share in it.
You bums realize how much property damage you've done?
Excellent trash percent. Unlike the last one that we ran. So we just need to knock out this boss real quick.
Where you belong.
Again, this is an all melee DPS group, so those missiles are just going to come straight out and cause some trouble.
A gift of power.
Get a load of 300 rounds per minute. What am I paying you fools for? Get out here and fix this. Pulverize! You'll pay for that! Smash!
My power.
My insurance premium! Yeah! Take some high caliber carnage!
We did it. So we're a third of our way to our goal. We got 1K IO score, which is pretty good. We could definitely get 2K for sure before the day is done. Oh yeah, teleports and alts. Oh, and history. Yo, Bigwigs is sick. This is a great change. So Nocturalis got a ring, Haste Master ring, and the carry got a belt. I'm assuming carry needs the ring. Yep, sorry, traded to him. That's fine. A Hearthon out. Huge. Hey, Fenny, can you whisper oatmeal, OTMEAL, on your DK? I'm on a different WoW account. Sweet. All right, so this is a thing that I haven't talked about in my YouTube series at all because I've been kind of doing things a little solo style. Oh, cool. Benny's got a top. And then mine is a 6 Dark Flame. I'm going to post that.
I understand your frustration.
Because we've been playing solo this whole time, undercover, quote unquote. The best way to play this game is with friends. 100%. So if you're new to World of Warcraft and you are you're jumping in, you want to get in there, you likely came along with a friend, like somebody probably told you like, hey, you should try this game out with me. I play it, I have a lot of fun. If that's the case, play with them, get your character geared, and then just like that DK and that rogue in that group, or that demon hunter and that rogue in that group, queue up, have fun, play the game. And if you're playing solo, find a guild. I mean, I played this game solo for a long time. None of my real life friends play WoW, and if they do, they're pretty bad at it, and they only hop on for the start of a season and then they hop back off. So there's plenty of people in this game. I mean, it's morning right now, but you can see, there's a good chunk of folks here, and this is only one phase of Dornagal, and we're queuing up for a new patch, and that's going to be that's going to bring in a lot of new players. Guilds are recruiting right now, so if you can show them that you are you're a gamer, you're trying, you can absolutely get into an ahead of the curve guild, and join up there to get that achievement and clear through the new raid much faster than we will as a solo player. And join the Discord. Like, that is the best thing. I met Fenny, holy smoke, I don't know, 5-6 years ago at this point. We played through multiple expansions. We've been in the same guild through its multiple iterations. And that all just happened from joining a guild that was mythic progging through the raid. They were halfway through the raid, and a new raid was coming out, and they wanted to get the cutting edge achievement and joined up, popped in the Discord. Don't be shy. 2019, yeah, that's crazy. So friends are out there, find them. If you join a guild and you just don't vibe, or you don't, you're not meshing with the folks in there, like, don't worry about leaving the guild, finding another one. Just keep trying until you find a good personality fit that aligns with your progression goals. So cutting edge guilds, or ahead of the curve guilds, AOTC guilds, doing heroic or mythic raiding. If you're like brand new, just start AOTC, extremely achievable. Just start there. Those guilds will typically be a little bit bigger, and then in those guilds you're going to find a bunch of people that are hyped for the patch. So people that are going to be running Mythic Plus dungeons, or doing PvP, or just doing stuff out in the world, and being in the Discord and being active, and that, I think, is really what it's all about, is just finding the right group of friends to play the game with. So I was really hoping with a +6 Dark Flame Cleft I would get people queuing, but maybe it's just a combination of end of season plus noon on a Sunday that people just aren't queuing up for. But we'll see. Give it a minute. I also only have 1 KIO score. Penny's chilling at 1100. One quick tip for new players: if you are grouping up with a friend, when people are browsing for groups, they're gonna see the Raider IO Mythic Plus score of the leader. So if you want to get some more folks, entice some more folks into your key, you definitely want to give leader to the higher person, the person with the higher Mythic Plus score. In this case, we're roughly about the same, although Fenny's account probably does say that he has a juiced couple of mains. So But they probably won't get that detailed. Mostly they're just looking for the key. And Ollie in Twitch chat, nice to meet you. Said you saw a new player in the title and had to join, was thinking of trying WoW because it's on sale. It is on sale, summer sale, 50% off. If you are interested in trying, first of all, I would definitely recommend it. It's my favorite game. It gets a lot of heat for sure. Compared to some of the other versions that are out there, but I do think retail World of Warcraft is great. It is a subscription-based game, so after you do pick it up, you do have to pay a monthly subscription. This guy should be fine. You can purchase the subscription with in-game gold, but it can be a little challenging to do so. So, you know, if money is a factor, you can also get a slight monthly discount if you can pay up front. Yeah, so if you're brand new, I've got a YouTube series that I've been firing up, and you can find it linked in my Twitch. You can also just search Yogurt YOGRT on YouTube, and I basically run through the complete fresh new experience for a player. How behind am I? Yeah, take a look at the videos. Like, I start, like, the account that we're on right now is absolutely brand new, and it goes through and talks a little bit about the story. We do watch all the cinematics, but you can check that out, and it'll just like walk through it. Like, literally, it explains everything about the game as we come across it, so it kind of tries to break it down into bite-sized pieces. And then there's also episode benchmarks where like if you started, like, if you buy the game, if you buy the War Within, you will get a level boost for that you can use on one of your characters. You can absolutely start fresh. It did not take me long at all to level this character up to 80, and it's a pretty good experience to like introduce you to things like talent points and stuff like that, so you can play along with that YouTube series. But also you'll get a level 70 character boost when you purchase the War Within. That's going to unlock the War Within expansion. Yeah, class picking is a tough one for sure. And so if you use the boost, you can start at level episode 10, and it'll just walk you through the War Within expansion. And this is a great time to join the expansion because a bunch of people are going to be popping back on for the new season that starts on Tuesday. So there'll be tons of people in the game. I gotta find a tank. There'll be tons of people in the game playing along, and bunches of groups forming and stuff like that. And yeah, like Fenny said, yeah, so season 2 is ending. So season 3 is going to start. So if you use the level 70 boost, it's going to start you off with the War Within campaign right away, and you'll level through all these zones, and you will be in the current expansion at the current point in time. And yeah, there's plenty of catch up mechanics, and yeah, that means everyone kind of resets. So it's great. Like, you'll hop in, like, just doing the campaign, you'll be getting gear and equipment that is like the same item level as what I have now, and this took me like a fair few gaming sessions to acquire. All right, we're just gonna bring this Demon Hunter. I want to get the key started. And there's our tank. Sweet. All right, to Dark Flame. But yeah, new season, absolutely great time to start. I think healing can be hard. Yeah, there's a lot of add-ons for sure. Thankfully, there's some pretty good resources out there for like configuring those. In one of the episodes in the series, I do talk about like you can import basically whole profiles from other people. But even then, that can be a little daunting for a new player. They are really trying to make some notable improvements to the UI baseline. So like, I probably wouldn't recommend it as a healer, but you could use sort of the base party frames. Those are like the most important things for you is keeping an eye on your party and knowing what is affecting them. And then for like the new class, I mean, you said you like to be a healer. So one of the nice things about WoW is like you can pick a class that can heal and you can be a damage dealer just until you start to get your bearings and like understand stuff. Kind of like just like a passenger. And follow along. That's what I recommend when like in the video series I go through like a ton of time walking dungeons, which are dungeons from previous expansions, and just kind of follow the tank.
5, 4.
And then when you get more comfortable with the game, you can switch over to that
1.
healing specialization. So and then in the first episode
5,
of that series
4, 3,
I do
2,
just hit on like a
1.
brief high level of each of the classes and specs. Nothing crazy at all, just very introductory. My recommendation would just be to play what calls to you. So like looking at the healers, you know, you got priest, you got shaman, paladin, druid. Oh, now we're cooking. Monk is another healer. He's priest, paladin, monk, druid, shaman, evoker. Range healer. Okay, so not... And you don't want to play paladin, and you don't want to play monk. So shaman, priest, or druid. Yeah. Priest is pretty good too, because it does have 2 specializations. So like the meta specialization in Mythic Plus, like the one that everybody's playing right now in this season, is Discipline Priest. Discipline Priest uses like shields and heals through doing damage, but then they also have Holy Priest, and Holy Priest is like a really beginner friendly healing specialization, because it is very, like, there is nuance to it. It's not easy by any means, but it is very like, I press this button and I heal my party. So it could be really, really good for a new player. I think WoW has many aspects of it that can be beginner friendly, but it also has like depth and complexity and nuance. I mean, like this, like for example, this dungeon that we're doing, like I have never talked to a Twitch chat before in my life, so like I'm not doing a very good job in the dungeon, but we're still succeeding absolutely fine. So like there is a little bit of room for error, and like the nice thing about it is that there's difficulty levels for like every type of player. So, you know, you really want to kind of sit down and set your goals. So like my goal for this one was to teach new players, but it was really to do dungeons and to do raids at a modest difficulty level. But that doesn't have to be your goal. Like there's also so many other things that you can do. I'm playing an outlaw rogue, which is also, it's not a great example of the difficulty of this game. Outlaw rogue has some variables that you need to juggle. And when I start a new character next week, I will definitely be playing in a different role or a different perspective, so you can kind of see what that looks like. But yeah, there's definitely a lot. Like, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of things on the screen for sure. And that's why there's such a market for those add-ons, because they just help make things a little bit easier with all these like dings and notifications and stuff. Yeah, there's a good amount of buttons. But like primarily, like all of the buttons can really be broken down into some like key areas. So like my main rotation is these 4 buttons here. It's Sinister Strike, which turns into ambush. It's Pistol Shot. It's Between the Eyes, which gives me a critical strike buff, and then it's my finisher, Dispatch. And then everything else is like basically a cooldown. So I have buffs that I maintain, like Roll the Bones. I have Blade Flurry, which is my AoE ability. And then I have some cooldowns like Adrenaline Rush and Killing Spree. So like fundamentally, I'm keeping track of a good amount of buttons, but really I'm pushing 4 as part of my rotation, maybe 5 with Blade Flurry. And then I'm pushing other buttons on as cooldowns. Okay, let's get back in the saddle here.
My power is transcendent. Share in it.
Yeah, I do use one of those mice with the 12 buttons on the side. I do find it to be helpful in this game. People do play it with other ways of like managing their buttons for sure. Like not everybody, you don't need an MMO mouse. Like a lot of people, myself included, will use like modifiers to their buttons. So like I use the shift. So like I'll hold down to cast Killing Spree. I'll hold down shift and I'll press F, and that'll cast my button.
A gift of power.
Oop. Oh god. You know, now we're cooking. +6s are definitely the butter zone. +2s are so hard.
Fire hungers, and you shall feed.
What's up, guy in time? Oh. Well, I only lit 1 candle. That's okay. Yeah, I do like, it's funny, the MMO mouse, it's hard to go back, I think, to a regular mouse once you have it. I actually think it would be kind of useful at work too. I was having a conversation with with somebody at work. I work in like an office job 9 to 5, and they actually said that at work they use their Steam Deck, and I was like, wait, what? And they were like, yeah, I just have like key bindings to make my job easier. I was like, that's crazy. I did it again. We got one. Phew. All right. Well, thanks for doing all the damage there, Fenny. I was telling a story about a Steam Deck at work. Don't worry, I'll take care of these little guys for us. And then Ollie, one of the other things that I was kind of thinking about doing, especially for like times like these, was just putting up a quick Discord to help new players out. So I'll be sure to link that somewhere if I get that set up. And if you ever want a game, I'm happy to game. Yeah, just a good place to ask questions. There is a subreddit called WoW Noob that can be kind of useful, but whenever I'm on Reddit, I'm always more of a lurker than a poster, so Discord is a good place to ask questions. And then the nice thing, not nice thing, but like one of the things for like from a new player perspective about it being seasonal is that, you know, you said like, oh, there's a good amount of stuff going on here. Because it is seasonal, there's only so many dungeons that you'll ever be doing at one time. Oh, get in there. Okay, buddy. So you will get familiar with them. Like Fenny's done these dungeons hundreds of times. Like he knows all these mechanics by the back of his hands. Wing Spree scares me on these bosses. Go do damage. I'll take care of these.
I'm on you now.
Classic is interesting.
My power is
Classic, like as a solo player, Classic is more of a grind. There are some aspects of it that are definitely harder, but the rotation, like you were talking about all the different buttons and stuff, the rotations are definitely a lot simpler. But like the solo play, like it's more of a grind. Everything takes a little bit longer, which can be good. Like if that's not necessarily a bad thing. Retail is very much like get to the end game and start progressing through the end game through the seasonal aspects of the game. And like getting your character maxed up. So you can definitely like play or try both for sure and see what you like. With the subscription, you'll get access to everything. So with the monthly sub, you'll get access to whatever retail expansion you have purchased. So if you purchase the War Within, you get access to all that expansion content with your subscription, but then you also get access to classic WoW Anniversary Realms and the new just released Mists of Pandaria Classic Realms. So those just started last week, 2 weeks ago, last week. So there really is like a flavor or a style of Classic for everybody. Or style of WoW for everybody. I just like retail because Classic was a little bit, pacing wise, is a little bit too slow for me, but I do have a lot of nostalgia for like the old raids. And it definitely does feel more like immersive, but there's so many quality of life things in retail, like the dungeon finder and summoning stones, and which is all in Mists of Pandaria Classic. So like that one is definitely Has a couple things that I think would be really good for a new player.
My power is
And they're all about to really like pop off. Like Anniversary is like new, but it's not new. It's Anniversary realms are classic vanilla World of Warcraft, but it has a thriving community. And then Miss of Pandaria just started, and so that community is very thriving as well. And then retail is we're going to get a new season launch, so a ton of people are going to come back for the Race to World first and to level up or gear up their characters for another season. How do I know what side to pick, Alliance or Horde? It doesn't matter too much anymore. You can pick like thematically whichever one you like. I am Horde on this character, but it's all cross faction now in retail World of Warcraft, which is one other major difference from classic WoW. The only thing that you can't do is like queued group content. So like the dungeon queues or the time walking queues or the looking for raid difficulty are all faction specific, which is fine because like you're just grouping up with random players anyways. But say you did have one friend and you were in a party together and you were Alliance and they were Horde, you couldn't do those three things. But that's such a small part of the game. Like Fenny and I don't know, Fenny's a blood elf because he's like Horde for life. But like if I was Alliance and Fenny was Horde, then we could do this Mythic Plus dungeon together, no problem. And then server or realm, there are some resources. So the only thing that really matters with realms, because everything is cross realm now too, even guilds, you can join any guild on any realm. The only thing that's a slight minor factor is that realms do have time zones. And I think some of the crafting stuff is still realm specific. So in my video, I recommend like a high or a medium pop realm just to have more stuff, more people directly on it if you need something like crafted. And then the other thing is going to be like time zones, but I guess that doesn't really matter anymore with cross realm and cross faction guilds. But every server will have its own time zone as well, that just aligns with like the US time zones or whichever time zone you're in. So you can look that up. It doesn't tell you in game what those are, but you can look up like WoW server time zones and it'll tell you. So I just like to align mine with my time zone, but we have people that we play with in our guild that are West Coast. Did I get it? I didn't get it. I did get it. Phew. And then yeah, Alliance and Horde can be in the same guild. That's no problem at all. And yeah, like those are the quality of life changes that are major differences between classic and retail. And there's some other ones too, for sure, but I'm just a jobs guy on this fight. Let's go. Oh, I was the self-proclaimed jobs guy, and then I didn't do the job. Sweet, we got an achievement. This is cool. Complete a level 5 or higher Mythic Plus dungeon within the time limit. So we upgraded our +2 to a +8 thanks to the big damage from Fenny and the Monica over here. We're probably going to keep it around that area there. So some changes. We got 18 rune crests, which are big. Big rune crests. Hero, sure. Yeah. See if the Monica needs theirs. I'll take one. Fenny the goat. Yeah, Fenny is a known carrier for sure. Not on this tune. Yeah, you pumped. It's funny gearing up a Frosty K today and then like in 2 days. I mean, it's similar. The concepts are similar, but big changes there. Okay, so we want to do 7s for Gilded. So I'm gonna just drop the Keystone level. This is something we haven't done in the video yet.
Great day to visit a dungeon.
No, I don't want to do the 8. We'll just do the 7, I think.
Try not to
So you can talk to this lady in Dornagal, Lindormi. She'll adjust your Keystone level if you want. So we'll do a +7. Priory the Sacred Flame. That was quick. Yep. Yeah, buddy. So this is what we were hoping with the +7 Keystone levels. We're getting people that are just like trying to grind quick Gilded Crest to gear up their character. Mythic +0s starting next week will give 681 gear, so not super critical if you're a new player. Like you can get gear pretty quickly that way. So we want a Lust. This healer is supposedly pretty good, so we'll bring 2 druids, which means we won't have a Lust, so I'm gonna go buy some drums. While we wait for a tank.
Step closer and don't mumble. Have anything ancient to trade? He's to be at least 2 centuries old. If you find anything exotic, bring it to me.
663, 1800. Done a 7 mother load. Should be fine. Our healer's pretty good. Our DPS is pretty good. Yeah, the WoW music is low-key calming. I still haven't figured out like the whole oh shoot, I tried to invite him and he dipped. Found another group. I still haven't figured out the whole copyright music thing, and I tried some other music and somebody mentioned it was distracting, and I was like, you know what, whatever. I'll just yap and I'll have the WoW music playing in the background. The nice thing is that it does change depending on like each dungeon. So if it was just like this Dornagal music like over and over and over again, I'd be like, okay, I'm sick of this.
Yeah. Be careful out there.
We got another turbo boost quest completed. So if we do 4 more dungeons, we'll be able to buy another piece from the vendor, which will be great. We'll probably buy another trinket, which is hilarious. All we keep getting on this is trinkets. Could get a Jaster diamond, but it's not super great for our spec. We'll deal with it later. Fly down to Priory.
The links. Get the zoomies and misbehave. Take one for a run before it maims someone.
All right, back into it. Pull 10.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The expedition built the Priory as a place to contemplate the mysteries of Belladar. But of late, the devotees have become secretive, hostile. The guard sought to kill you. And Captain Dale Cry is protecting something. Each of his lieutenants bolsters his tactics.
All right.
Away and defeat.
I can feel the heat in this dungeon for sure. Probably should have lusted that bull. Well, we body pulled some more stuff, so it's never too late. Ooh, doggy. My dude is a little on the squishy side. nice. This is the ultimate group for this. Affix, we got 2 druids and we've got a monk, so we'll be set.
Shame, ma'am. Your training grounds fall to the intruders.
Nope.
Your survival wasn't necessary.
Tank TC, no. Yeah, pandas can't be a paladin. They can be a priest, though. Oh, this is bad. We're running out. Reset. All right, let's hope Turbo Debo comes back online. That would be a bit of a bummer. Things were going so well. Hey, Druid said he'll swap. We're not going to 4-man this if that's what it comes to, but if he swaps to tank just for a little bit, that would be cool. The guy comes back. We can give it a few minutes and see if this... If not, GG. Oh boy.
A gift of power.
I have a feeling if he's not back by now, it's probably GG. This guy should have been tanking from the get-go. He's fucking great. All right, I will give it until we kill this other lieutenant boss to see where we're at.
My power is transcendent. Share in it.
Yo, what the hell, Finny? I thought I was pushing all my buttons in the right order. You're popping off over there.
A gift of power.
You won't peel off anymore. You must defeat Dale Pride.
I mean, it's going okay. It's just going to take us a long time. We're definitely not going to time it. We will time it? You think so? I have no kick. I'm doomed.
A gift of power. Your survival was.
Oh man, we almost had that one. We almost had it. With that. All right. I'm gonna run this as a 6 with a full if anyone wants to stay. No gilded though. Okay, Hay is gonna stay. See if Pano wants to stay. Maybe not. Yeah, but I would do it. It would have been fine if that Pat didn't run in, and I kicked some stuff before that I didn't need for sure.
Take one for a run before
Okay,
it
cool.
maim
Everybody's gonna
someone.
stay. So I'm gonna start the group at a +6, and then for the new folks watching, when everybody, if you fail a key, It's going to downgrade as soon as you like leave the group, and then you can click this reset button to reset the dungeon. You want to keep thanking Haya or back to DPS? And then I'm getting a lust because I use drums and it cost me 959 gold. And I only have 4.6k left. There we go. Got a mage. Get a mage, summon the mage. Oh yeah, sorry Fenny, I already did the quest. All right.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ba-ding.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The expedition built the Priory as a place to contemplate the mysteries of Belladar. The guard sought to kill you.
Oh yeah.
Cry is protecting something. Each of his lieutenants bolsters his tactics. Draw them away and defeat them.
What? You ran around the other side. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Holy.
Your training grounds fall to the intruders!
They can see stealth. I thought so. Ooh, a lot of aggro. What is happening? Holy. Okay. Oh, I'm so glad this dungeon's sticking around until next season, that's for sure.
Only the strongest survive.
Comedy of errors. Oh boy. That was poorly done.
A gift of power.
Well, we're good on trash percent.
You won't peel off anymore. You must defeat Dale Cry now.
All right.
Take it. The intruders defile the altar of the sacred flame. Show them the power of the flame.
You won't peel off
Hold. I see their gambit. They seek to ambush me without my lieutenant. Ours is the true path for the Arathi. My spear aims true. My
Two strikes, lackeys. Guards! Guards! A gift of power.
I don't know if Ollie is still in the chat, but I was working on setting up a Discord a while back, so I just dropped a link in there. There's nothing in there yet, but that'll be the address in case you have any other questions or you want to play.
A gift of power. No. They belong to that old fool Sister Blaze. Destroy the vampires. Their youthfulness to the Empire has passed. Soon, the true faithful will arise, and the Arathi will be mighty. My power is transcendent. Share in it. They've served their purpose. Baron, demonstrate your worth.
Those who oppose the Emperor will fall at our feet. By the
Whoa,
Emperor's
you saw through my stealth.
by my holy hammer! Flame cleanse you! By my shield! By fire, I am healed. The flame empowers me. Glory guides my hammer. Flame cleanse you. Shielded by flame's light. Flame's wrath heal me. Glory guides my hammer. Flame cleanse you. Defeat.
Murpray has warped the Priory from a place of contemplation to an uprising. Why? She has always preached of the strength of the Emperor's will, but to turn against us is madness.
Beledar is the crucible. It burns away weakness. Its blinding light reveals the strength. We Arathan army of the Risen. The Arathi will defeat the Nerubians, conquer Khazalgar, and subjugate the world.
I got really lucky.
They defile the sacred flame by animating the dead. They are no better than the Kobis.
A gift
Oh,
of
nice.
power.
Nice. He's gonna pull both sides. All right. Oh, my body pulled.
A gift of power.
My bad.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Ah.
Burn by sacred flames!
4, 3, 2, 1.
Brothers and sisters, hearken to the flame! Burn by sacred flame! By blaze be purified!
4, 3, 2, 1.
Burn by sacred flame! Burn by
We did it. Another +2 brings it up to +8, which is great. +8 floodgate. Shame we didn't get the gilded crest, but that's okay. We got a hero track helmet, which is an upgrade on our champ track, which is great. We can catalyze this. That's going to be our permanent helmet, basically, for the rest of the season. So huge ups there. And Vinny got some loot, too. Some plate wrists with speed. Bog. Hey, asked if we want to run the floodgate. I was going to wrap it up here, but that would be a big increase. I'm going to say sure. Do one more before we end it for this morning. Let's roll. So +8 floodgate will be huge for us. I'll even go buy some Algari mana oils to put on my weapons.
I have calibrated my prices to be reasonable. Return and peruse.
And this is what it's all about from like a new player perspective. I mean, obviously we started this group with Fenny, so we had a friend here, but the group ran good. We didn't really have any issues. I body pulled, somebody else body pulled when they were running through, but like we timed the key, it was nice and good.
We've got another
Like if this is the best way to sort of keep it rolling, particularly if you're a DPS, you know, you're running your own key, group's going good. If they ask or you ask at the end, like go again, something like that. Definitely, you know, keep it going. That's going to be the fastest way to get you gear and get upgrades. This will be particularly relevant next week, or this coming week, or sorry, not the 5th, but the 12th when Mythic Plus opens, because you can just start chaining dungeons with decent groups and go from there. And then that's also how you make friends too. I think one thing that players in this game don't do enough is add people to their friends list. If they're, you meet up with a good tank or a good healer or some good DPS, adding them to your friends list, and just asking them like what they're up to, if they're like-minded, they're doing similar keys, can be a good way to make friends that might turn into something more like a guild. Benny, you don't have a repair mount, do you? That's one of the other things that I'm too poor to afford is a repair mount. That one can't be that expensive, but thank you. All right, we'll hit with the definitely. First pull. Our healer's a little apprehensive, so hopefully we're just gonna. My focus. Oop, I'm the keymaster. My focus is just gonna be on trying
5,
to
4,
take as much as I
3,
can,
2, 1.
implement as much group control as I can, and of course do damage. Faster things die, less he has to heal.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Awesome first pull. If he can heal that, he can heal this dungeon.
My power is transcendent. Share in it.
And then at this key level, actually I think at the +7 key level, we did get some additional affixes added to our dungeon. And after the first one, Ascendant, the other ones are relatively passive. They are fortified and they are tyrannical. And fortified essentially applies an increase to the trash's damage and healing. And every week they alternate. So at level 7, this week you'll get fortified across all of your dungeons. Next week you'll get tyrannical, but then at level, I think 9, you'll get both. And then at that was dumb.
Only the strongest
Yapping too much.
survive.
At level 12, it's just that all the affixes go away, and you actually just get a damage and HP scaling increase. So a lot of folks like to grind out their crests and stuff at the level 12 difficulty just because they don't have to deal with affixes. And it'll give you your maximum Mythic Plus Vault. Where'd this Undercrawler come from? Secret boss.
My power is transcendent. Share in it. My power is
So this Mythic Plus difficulty, you'll definitely start to notice, especially depending on your gear level, right? We haven't...
only the strongest.
Don't stand the mechanic, but you'll notice that things start to hit a little bit harder. Probably shouldn't have released so quick. Fenny could have picked me up. Or one of the druids. That's okay, I'll be right back. But things like your defensives and your crowd controllability is definitely gain a lot of value when you're starting to do things that are a little bit above. +2 is really, really easy to do across any character for sure. +8s, you're really starting to see the increase in the dungeon damage and the amplification of that. So. Oh, we lost our mage.
My power.
I think we saved that battle, Reds. This will be the other healing check for our druid friend there. Pass with flying colors. I was actually healing this on my druid yesterday at a higher key level. Nothing crazy, just a 12, but it's actually relatively easy to heal on a druid. Oh, I didn't think we were doing that much damage. Holy heck. Thanks, everybody but me. I wish that Ollie was still in the channel, because I can definitely show him that you don't have to be that good to play this game, or at least get started in these keys and get some gear. Sounds like he just went and bought the game though, so I hope he's having a blast.
My power is transcendent. Share in it. A gift of power.
Well, well, what have we here?
You guys stay right where you are.
My power is transcendent. Share in it.
Yeah, I think Mythic Plus definitely has some approachability issues. It can definitely be pretty daunting, Guyan. But it's one of those things where once you dive in and just like take it a little bite size, it can definitely sort of open up. That was fucking some pro gaming right there. Holy heck. I think the important thing is just like try and be aware and just try and learn. Like obviously I'm not playing perfect here whatsoever. But just like, you know, if you die, learn why, try not to make that mistake again, and then always looking for opportunities to improve. It's really just about that attitude. And knowing your limits too. You know, you don't I mean we leveled this key up like pretty quickly. Like you can definitely probably tell at this point that abilities are hitting pretty hard, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with just like sticking with the twos and practicing repetition. And yeah, I think that's the other thing about like trying to be aware is like, and I'm notorious for this, is the better that you know your class, the less that you have to pay attention to the buttons that you're pushing, and the more that you can pay attention to like what's going on around you, basically. And I do think one of the things that I definitely learned from this exercise was that leveling up really taught me a lot about like the class and the spec a little bit more, I think, just because I was putting in talent points kind of like one by one. Whereas if you use a boost, you're kind of just like, not that there's anything wrong with it, just like, unlike me, read the talent points, like learn how the abilities interact. Because once you while you're leveling, you can really like take things in a little bit more of a bite-sized approach. So I don't know, I just felt like I learned more about the interactions that way, which you'll also just get through practice too. So like if you use a boost on a character, like that's totally fine. Just stick to it, practice it. Hey MK, nice to see you back on YouTube. How you doing, man? I think the other thing that's really helpful is like the resources that you can compile together, like class specific resources. So like for mage, for example, you know, you've got YouTube resources and you've got the Wowhead articles and like the Discord. I think the Discord is usually like one of the more not trustworthy. Oh god, I hope that doesn't hurt us. But I think there's a lot more like open and honest conversation about the class, whereas the Wowhead guide is just going to be a guide writer. Obviously writes it and they're a class expert and they like know what's going on, but that stuff can get outdated, particularly like at this point in the season. Is this boss impossible to use Killing Spree on? I feel like it is. Maybe I'll take Fenny for a ride here. Just kidding. It definitely drops off at some point. focus right now. Okay, healing spree. Perfect. Oh, I did it. I'm sorry.
My power is transcendent.
AMK, you asked this chat yesterday in YouTube. I think that any of those healers is going to be pretty preferable in Mythic Raid. If you like melee, pick Holy Paladin. If you like click to heal, pick Resto Shaman. And if you like ramp heal over time, pick Resto Druid. This guy does a little bit more damage on Fortified.
My power is transcendent. Share in it.
Oh, we lost our healer right at the end there.
A gift of power. A gift of power.
Nice, we got a big proc here. A big proc here, still fucking below the tank on damage. All right, last boss and our first +8 key.
Soon I shall have the power I require. You dare question me? Face annihilation. It's working. It's working.
My power is transcendent.
Rise and die. You dare hit your wits against mine? Rise and die. Power, power, power! Rise and die!
A gift.
You dare hit your wits against mine? Rise and die!
We did it! It's huge.
For now.
Just hoping for some more loot. Nope, fractured spark though. Druid got a hero helmet. And Pana got 2k. Congrats on 2k. Great healing. Gotta send those compliments out to healers for sure. That turned it into a 10 Priory, which is huge. So I mentioned normally what we want are these 10 keys because that's going to give us the max item level from our vault. They'll give us a myth track vault piece, and I think there will be a vault on Tuesday. So we will try and get a 10 done, but it's not really going to matter because our goal was to get our IO as high as possible before. Looks like they both got the helmet. Goal is to get 3k before the launch of season 3. That's definitely not going to happen here, but we're just going to get as high as we can. We can definitely get 2k by then. I'm pretty positive with just a couple more play sessions. But that's where I'm going to wrap it up today. So huge thank you to my buddy Fenny for hopping in and grinding out some gilded crests and some rune crests with me and doing some damage. And thanks y'all for watching. I'll upload this one to YouTube pretty soon after this. And good luck out there, guy in time. Feel free to hop in the Discord if you haven't already. I'll actually set that up today. Oh, I see you in there now. Sweet deal. And then hopefully our other new friend, Ollie, is out there. Sounds like he was pretty hyped about the ability the fact that he could play a panda. So we'll see if we catch Ollie around in game sometime. And Ollie, if you end up watching the YouTube series, thanks for chatting. It was great chatting with you, asking some of the questions. I'll put the Discord in the YouTube description too, and have a good one, everybody.